Warm welcome, this is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch at the 8th of July 2024. Let's have a look at the situation of this sky. We do have, of course, the sun still in the sign of Cancer, and there's the Leo moon giving, as I pronounced out yesterday, the idea of an inner home. Where is your home? Home is where the heart is. We put that in a small sentence like that to give a possibility of a daily direction, a daily advice. But let's have a deeper look. We know that Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini, spreading out a whole lot of information and at the same time misinformation. How does this work out? Let's have a look at the chart of somebody who has the sun right at the place where Jupiter is now moving on. This is a chart with a different graphic. I really recommend that you should change into, if you're learning astrology, you should change in between different system of graphics, because not to get used to one system too much. And in the inner circle you can see I didn't put out the aspect lines, which are a kind of how can I put that? They can be disturbing. They can be confusing. Is the better word for this thing. If you're not used to these lines, they can be confusing. But anyhow, what I wanted to show you, and I'm talking about Jupiter, is see, this is the son of the Gemini son of personality called Viktor Orban. And he's for 1 week the head of not the European Commission, but the European, how do they call it? Europäischer Rat, we say in German. It's the European Council, actually, which is older. And anyhow, the flag, the European flag with the 12 pentagram stars, is borrowed from the European Council and actually has nothing to do with the EU, as we call it. But talking about Viktor Orban, and you might have noticed that he's on a mission for peace. First he visited Kiev, then he was in Moscow, and now he's spending some time in Beijing, Peking, we say. And as you can see, he's a Gemini person, and as simple as it is, he enjoys Jupiter right above his sun. And at the same time, the North Node, which is in Aries, and says this is the time for initiative things, for doing things, which is he's doing that perfectly well, is covering his own natal Jupiter in bold Aries. So he's a person who's able to do it, and he does it. A peace initiative, this is what the world needs more deeply than anything else, actually. But this goes to show you what Jupiter does to a person who is fully aware of his spiritual duties. When he gave an interview in the plane back from Moscow to a guy called Roger Köppel, he's from the magazine of the Weltwoche. He used the word spirituality for more than 2 times. He's fully aware of his spiritual capacity, and he's using it. At least that's how it looks from the outside. This goes to show you Jupiter Sun. Anyhow, Viktor Orban and those Gemini persons who are dancing on the volcano right now, because this is what they are able to do, dancing on the volcano. For a brighter perspective, us regular folks who are not born in the sign of Gemini might face the difficulty with Jupiter in Gemini that there's a whole lot of information, but it's misleading at the same time, because Jupiter, of course, rules the opposite side of Sagittarius. He has wisdom in Sagittarius, and wisdom is what is going over to the Gemini persons now. But it's not very strong, because the Gemini energy has the tendency of spreading out, giving as much information as possible. But will it be focused? Will it have a straight direction? This is the question. And my feeling is that it's really difficult these times to focus on what is the real direction to go, what is necessary to do. But however, the Gemini persons have a great ability to do that now, and they have a plus on their possibilities, and this is actually what is happening. So we are still in the mood of home is where the heart is, putting a focus on Jupiter in Gemini, and of course Neptune and Saturn are moving backward, and they are accelerating, but they are still very, very slow. This is the lead-like feeling, it's the feeling that times don't really move, and at the same time we look as the rabbit to the snake, Mars approaching, Uranus getting closer and closer. And if you observe the streets around your hometown and things that are happening, there's aggressiveness coming to quite an amount of breaking glass and everything like that. There are happenings around that, and this is what Mars is doing, approaching Uranus. Take care for that, especially when you might be in a fight about financial things, because this is the background of Taurus, and the struggling and the fight might start over a topos that has to deal with who gets this and who gets that. This is Marcus Termin at the 8th of June. My English is not perfect today. Will improve it tomorrow. Anyhow, I'd be happy if you get in contact with me. Use this mail address up there, and down here at my blog site you'll find the conditions for a consultation. See you again tomorrow. Marcus Termin.